freedom fails. We'd like to take you on a visit to a town that doesn't exist. A town we call Springfield, USA. We'd like to show you how things would be in any American town if communism took over. Thomas Gomez plays the role of Joseph Maston in The Bishop of Springfield.
My dear brethren, what doth it profit a man if he gain the whole world and suffer the loss of his soul? From Matthew chapter 16, verse 26. In observing the world of today, there can be little doubt of the significance of this question. When Jesus asked it of Peter, it was a direct question. But we must ask ourselves now, if even then, in his infinite wisdom, Jesus did not see a day some thousands of years hence when it could be again asked of a man whose ambitions have dwarfed the plans of Alexander and Caesar. It has been said to us by our rulers that man has no soul, or that if he has, that soul belongs to the state.
Somebody shut that guy up. I can't hear Bishop.
He's right. Let's throw the coffer out.
Yeah, then let's get your math and start all over again. All right. Why don't you know
Joseph, what happened? It's not even 11:30 yet.
They were there again.
They?
Yes, they. Who else? The whole local contingent. Every communist in Springfield who wasn't busy plotting some other inspired evil. Oh, Mother, I'm sorry I shouted at you. I hope my soul proves to be stronger than my body.
What happened?
The usual. Nothing direct. Nothing I could throw back at them. Just a mild riot. Mild enough to break up the services.
You couldn't do anything?
I didn't try this time. Where's the Reverend Mr. Cleary?
In the next room, in bed.
Oh, of course. How is he?
Oh, he'll be all right. His rheumatism comes and goes with the season.
I might as well tell him what happened. Come along if you wish. Francis, wake up.
I'm wide awake. Pardon me for saying that not many a man born of flesh and blood can sleep when Bishop Maston blows his top. You'll pardon the expression.
That's right. Calm me down. Make me forget my anger.
No, I don't mean to do that.
You heard what happened?
Only too clearly.
Francis, what am I going to do?
You're the bishop. It's up to you. Every churchgoer in Springfield looks to Bishop Maston for guidance.
The communists said we'd still have our freedom of religion when they took over America. We didn't know how all-devouring this new Caesar would be. All up and down the state, they're working feverishly to turn as many men as they can away from God. It's a tyranny. Tyranny that tramples on the most sacred human rights. A tyranny that denies, even in theory, that the individual has a right to develop his abilities, his talents, his tastes. The weaker the opposition, the stronger it grows. I have to fight it. I must.
All right, Talbot, tell me about it.
Now, I've been assigned to watch the rectory since Tuesday.
Yes, I know. Get to the point.
Wednesday morning, some people stopped by.
You have all their names?
Yeah, they've all been checked. There were no party members. Anyway, they were each carrying sacks full of shoes. In the afternoon, there were more, and then ever since then, 5 or 10 parties a day have been dropping into the rectory, all of them with more shoes.
For what?
Poor parishioners, I suppose.
How touching. Poor parishioners, you say. Don't be naive. They're for... Hey, the black market. Yes, that's a good one. Maston is collecting shoes to sell on the black market so he can make money to fill his belly.
Bishop Maston, come in. Sit down.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.
That's a dangerous statement, Burton, even for a lawyer.
Living is dangerous these days, Bishop.
That's what I came to see you about.
Living?
or dying, or something that is neither life nor death.
They've threatened you.
Of course, but that's of little significance. They threatened our whole democratic way of life when they took America over. They've carried out the threat. So what's one communistic warning to one Midwestern bishop?
What happened?
Boss Jeffries paid me a visit.
About the separation?
Yes, seems I'm one of the few bishops in this part of the country still fighting the Comintern's proposal that we liberate the church and have it join the communist fold.
What did you say?
I told him I'd never change my policy or take back any of the things I said against the communist government.
Well, that's as good as hanging yourself. You know that.
I know. But it's something I've said to hundreds of people, my friends and my enemies. I've written it down. I want you to have it. To record it or register it or do something so that it won't die with me. Here, read it.
Be it known by all men that the principles I have lived by to this day are my own and will never be rejected by me. Be it known that any confession that might appear someday over my signature would only be the result of human frailty or diabolical acts through which I might be tricked or drugged. I will never reject my people or my God.
You should be able to take care of that, Burton. You're a lawyer.
No. Oh, I'll do what I can with it, but I'm not a lawyer anymore.
Burton?
Could you go on being a bishop if you had to preach that communism was your God? Could a writer who loved liberty go on writing and exalting the theories of communism? Could a thirsty man enjoy a glass of water when he knew it was poisoned? Nor can I practice law and justice when there's nothing left of it but an unholy version that can be revised every minute to pamper the needs of the state.
But you're giving up. You can't do that. People are still fighting.
Yes, I'm giving up. I'm waiting to die. Bishop Maston, you've got something to turn to, a faith, a soul, a God, something as tangible to you as admittance to the bar was to me when we were a democracy. But they've made a mockery of everything I hold dear. I'm just a pawn in a courtroom when the communists move the pieces. This statement you gave me, well, ordinarily we could buy an advertisement in the papers and print it. We could send it out over the news wires. We could rent billboards. We could hire an auditorium and have you preach it to thousands of people. But what can I do with this statement now? The state controls the papers and the communists control the state. There's only one news wire. There's the government news wire. There's no such thing as billboards because advertising is capitalistic and opposed to the theories of communism. Auditoriums may be used only by high-ranking party members. The government owns everything. With a possible exception of your soul, Bishop Maston. Come on, I still have an automobile. Only because they had so many here, they didn't know what to do with them. I'll drive you home.
Gentlemen, I called you all here on behalf of Mr. Jeffries. The Maston case has come to a head. As you know, we've been exploiting every possibility in order that his church doesn't look up to him as a martyr. We've had little success. The man is remarkably strong and equally stubborn. More drastic steps will have to be taken. Miss Winslow, will you read the memo from Mr. Jeffries? Just the last part.
Yes, sir. In view of the situation, I am recommending the formation of a Maston elimination group with you in charge. You will begin with an all-out campaign of propaganda and intimidation against the bishop. A full detail of secret police will be assigned to him 24 hours a day, thus supplementing the smaller detail now working on the case. All his mail is to be censored. His telephone's tapped.
That's enough, Miss Winslow.
Measures aren't very strong, Mr. Ryder. Don't you think Jeffries is being too lenient?
Not lenient. Rather, let us say tactful. If we can get Maston to submit without causing a public issue, we'll save the party a great deal of time and money. Making a martyr of him would keep his sentiments alive long after his death. Jeffries is well aware of this. However, you must remember he has given me a free hand. I intend to use it. We will begin by causing a series of accidents. Fires, broken store windows, the stoning of automobiles, especially those of people who still attend his services. That failing, arrests will begin, not with Maston.
Mrs. Chandler, always nice to see you.
Thank you, Bishop. I don't know as how you'll think so after I've had my little say.
Nothing you can say will change the Mrs. Chandler I've known for 17 years.
We won't be at the services anymore, Bishop. They smashed his store this morning. They threw rocks through the window.
Oh, no.
Broke the showcases, stole half the merchandise, and then they beat him up. He's in the hospital now. We haven't done anything to aggravate them.
Except attend church.
Oh, I want to keep attending for the children's sake. To keep the idea of God alive in their mind. But what good is it? They have to attend their school, and since it's been nationalized, any good we try to do is destroyed by the classroom. Bishop, I don't know what to say. Just forgive us and pray for us.
Yes, that's one thing they can't take away from us no matter what they do. Prayer. That is, as long as someone keeps the idea of prayer alive. As long as there's someone to keep it alive.
I want the records for the trial completed within the week.
Yes, sir.
Judge Blackburn is arriving Saturday. He's going to take charge of everything. Conveniently enough, he will also be the presiding judge at the trial.
Well, then there'll be a trial.
I'm afraid so. I'm sick of wasting time. Everything Jeffrey suggested has failed. One more thing. I want you to arrange for transportation from Moscow for Professor Vasily Gerson. The details are all set. He'll be prepared to leave by tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. Should I know that name, Gerson? Sounds familiar.
Yes, you might know it. He's been active in every major trial which involved a confession. It's Gerson, you see, who will make certain that Bishop Maston renounces everything for which he has stood.
This may be the last time we shall all meet together. If the Lord is willing, I shall be wrong. Nonetheless, I will make the same statement next Sunday and every week until it is so. For I am now certain that the time will soon come when I shall be waiting my turn in a hangman's cell. What turn of events will bring me there, what knowledge you will have of it, I have no way of knowing. Therefore, before you and God, I will say this. No matter what their intentions are for me, life, imprisonment, torture, or death, I will never alter my opinions on communism or deny my opposition to it. For us to survive, the church must survive separately. It must never become an organ of the communistic government. I will never condone that union. I ask Almighty God to be my witness.
Don't anybody leave. You, up there. Your name?
I am Bishop Joseph Maston.
You're under arrest.
You are listening to The Bishop of Springfield, starring Thomas Gomez. A story of the way things could be if communism took over. A picture of what life would be like under a communist regime in an ordinary American town, a town we call Springfield, USA.
Right down here, Mr. Ryder, into the corridor.
The door's locked?
Open from the outside.
You needn't come any further, then. I want to see him alone.
Yes, sir. There's a light switch just to the right at the other.
No, I know. Hello, Master. It's so dark in here. What's the matter, Master? Oh, of course, the light hurts your eyes. Well, no need for it. There. Hungry? Thirsty, perhaps? Why is it that the strong type is always silent?
How long have I been here?
About 75 hours. It's raining out. Did you know that?
What do you want?
So brief, so to the point. I thought you'd like to make a little conversation. You must be awfully...
What do you want?
Lonely. All right. I'll tell you what I want. I want to bargain with you. Now, that's a fair enough statement. We try to do things justly. I want to make a trade with you. You give me something, I'll give you your freedom.
Freedom? Why are you so afraid of me?
Oh, come now, Master. We may fool most of the people, the masses, but not your kind.
Then I've been right all along. The state is making certain that the church doesn't have a new martyr.
Of course. Now, about my offer. And before I make it, let me remind you of the last 75 hours, and of the hours, the days, the weeks to come. All right, then. It's this simple. You can go on holding services as long as you wish. Only there will be no more sermons or any public statements. That's the bargain. That's all there is to it.
A bargain with God. That's your offer in return for my liberation from this cell. Mr. Ryder, this room is in darkness. You see nothing here. Not these walls, this floor, not me, not yourself. You may as well be blind. But with me, Mr. Ryder, it's different. I've lived in this darkness now for a long time. Ever since the communists took over this country, I've existed in an ominous black cavern far more oppressive than the darkness of this cell. Yes, Ryder, I'm used to it. I've even learned to see in it, and through it. This very instant, you don't see me, but I see you for what you are and what you're doing to the world. You wish to know what I see? I see a system that's destroying the last vestige of human dignity and integrity. A system that denies man the privilege of his own considered judgment. You're removing from humanity the right to think, to hold an opinion, to look to its own conscience. Your system stamps out the God-given power of love and substitutes the new God-given power of hate and contempt for all that is good and right in this world. You move maliciously and insidiously. You destroy freedom step by subtle step. And now you're trying to press out the one thing we have left to turn to, religion. Today you make an offer to continue services, but no sermon. Tomorrow there will be God, but no services or praise for him. The day after that there will be no God, but the new God. I say again what I've said to all of you before. I will never change my policy toward the communist state. I will never agree to a union between the church and the state.
You're right through here, Professor Gerson.
Good.
You won't want me then, eh?
It will not be necessary.
All right, I'll wait upstairs.
The equipment is all in place?
Just as you ordered it.
All right, good day. Well, you look very comfortable, Mr. Maston. You like the chair I had placed here and the small light?
Who are you?
My name is Gerson, Professor Gerson. You've heard of me, Mr. Franklin?
Maston. Maston's the name.
Huh? Oh, of course. Everybody always says the Professor Kotoff is absent-minded. I guess it's true.
Thought you said Gerson.
Gerson? No, who is he, a friend?
No, you just call yourself Kotoff. I thought your name was Gerson.
Oh, I see, Mr. Gerson. You thought my name was Maston. Is that right, Franklin?
So that's how you work. This is the beginning.
Of course. You see what I'm trying to do. You are perfectly normal now, so I am unable to accomplish very much today. Now, drink this, Mr. Gerson.
No.
It's just lemonade, Franklin. Look, I'll drink it myself. Oh, no, I won't either.
Stop it.
This hypodermic needle, I'll give you a shot. It will help the pain.
I have no pain.
Where does it hurt most, Reverend Cleary?
I was thinking of the Reverend Francis Cleary all of a sudden. He has rheumatism.
You do, Reverend Cleary. Then your legs hurt. What time is it?
I don't know.
Drink this. It will help the time.
No.
What's your name?
Maston.
Strange. That's my name. Bishop Maston. I thought you were Gerson.
You're Gerson. You,
Mr. Franklin. You're confusing me. the needle. It will stop your rheumatism. Stand up. Quickly. My name is Gerson. You are Master, correct?
No, Yes.
You will drink this, all right?
No.
Why not, Franklin? Too dark, perhaps? I'll turn on the light. You're hungry, Professor. You should be. I'm thirsty. Drink this, Professor Gerson.
No.
And I will. You see, it's good. Try some, Franklin. Franklin? Oh, no. That's not your name. What is your name?
Mass.
Sit down. Stand. Stay standing. The needle, the hypodermic needle.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Father Theory. Why should I stop? What's your name?
Master. No. Yes.
Sit down. Your arm, Mr. Williamson. Give me your arm.
Stop.
What time do you think it is? Who are you? I am Bishop Maston.
Gerson. I'm Gerson. Bishop Gerson.
All right. Sleep now. You're very tired. But first, your arm. This will make it easier for both of us. You will see. In a few days, you will see. My staff is ready to continue.
How's it going?
The biodynamic treatment has never failed, Mr. Ryder. You see, there are two drugs, actadron and mescaline. They overstimulate and break down the nervous system to the point where the difference between fact and fancy fades out, and memory becomes so plastic it can be molded by any capable operator.
He's a strong man.
Yes. The first day I saw him, no food, no sleep for nearly 4 days, yet it was very difficult to confuse him. It's different now. The drugs are taking their effect. If you wish to observe, we can watch. What you will see under your very eyes is a complete transformation of character.
You're lying.
No.
You preached that sermon, not Cleary.
What about the 720 pair of shoes?
For the poor.
Lies. You were going to sell them on the black market.
No, I wasn't going to sell them there.
Then where were you going to sell them?
I don't remember.
Lies.
But you were going to sell them.
Will you sign a confession admitting it?
No.
Lies. Don't turn around, face the wall.
You said the Communist Party denies the right of human integrity.
Will you admit that's the lie? These are lies, Maston, all lies. How much did you make on the black market?
Nothing.
Lies, Maston, lies, all lies. Lies.
All right. Stop it a moment. Spell.
Huh?
How long has he been standing?
40 hours, Professor. This is my fourth shift.
Bring him a chair. Professor?
Yes, sir.
Coffee, quick.
Yes, sir.
Sit down, Maston. Give me that, Professor.
Here you are, Professor.
Pour some more. All right, now, Maston. And hold your head. You drink this. Yes. Some more. Professor?
Yes, sir.
All right. Drink, Master.
Thank you.
You want some food?
Yes.
Well, after you answer some questions the way we want you to. All right, all of you. Begin again. Continue all night. Maston, on your feet. Face the white wall. Turn the light. Good. Now, begin. And do not stop. Go on.
Do you still oppose the party?
How much did you get for the shoes?
Where is this God you talked about? Lies.
Well, what is it? Why so quiet in here?
He passed out, Professor.
Well, finally.
After 66 hours on his feet, it's no wonder.
What happened?
Oh, he had 27 cups of coffee, but there was no effect. Last night, his feet and legs began swelling. Must have been pain. He fell down several times. We took off his shoes, asked him some more questions, and about 10 minutes ago, he collapsed.
Bring him to at once.
Yes, sir. All right, Master. Come on. Wake up. Wake up!
Some water. That's enough. You'll be all right. Maston, you're hungry, no? You want something to eat?
Food? Eat. What do you want of me?
Come, he's broken. He'll do anything I tell him now. Get the letter.
It's right here, Professor.
Listen to this, Maston. We just want you to sign it, and then we let you rest for a few days. It only says, what you have already admitted in this room. Now listen. I wish to lessen the present tension. Is that true, Maston?
Yes.
I voluntarily admit that in principle I committed the acts in the indictment. Correct, Maston? After nearly 40 days of constant meditation, I consider that an
tension, I voluntarily admit that in principle I committed the acts in the indictment. After nearly 40 days of constant meditation, I consider that an agreement between church and state is necessary. I hereby willingly declare, free from pressure, of course, that I am willing to withdraw from the exercise of my duties for a time. Signed, Bishop Joseph Maston. This confession was given to the court this morning to be read before the beginning of the trial. Will the clerk call Joseph Maston to the stand?
Joseph Maston, take the stand. Place your hand on the book. Do you, Bishop Joseph Maston, by this manifesto of the people's will, agree to tell the entire truth before the people and the almighty state?
I do.
Bishop Maston, did anyone force you to make your confession?
No.
All right, then how do you account for your firm attitude previous to this trial and the letter to the clergy of this state in which you mentioned you would never renounce your opposition to our communist state?
I want to say that I see things differently now. I regret my error. I want the letter and all the things I said to be considered null and void.
You offer no defense of your past actions, then?
None whatsoever. If I collided with the laws of communism, I regret it. I am sure while remaining faithful to basic principles, I would do certain things differently in the same situation today. I have never been the enemy of the American people. I have no quarrel with the workers or with the people to whom my family belongs. I can say no more, except to repeat that I regret my error.
This court is satisfied with your confession.
You have just heard a story of what happens to a man of God under a communist regime. You have heard what would happen to any American man of God if communism took over America. You think this could not happen? It did happen in the communist-dominated country of Hungary. It did happen to Cardinal Joseph Mindszenty. In 1949, Cardinal Mindszenty was sentenced to life imprisonment. It took the Hungarian uprising of 1956 to free him, and when that revolution was crushed, Cardinal Mindszenty was forced to seek refuge in the American legation, where he has remained ever since. You've been listening to If Freedom Failed, starring Thomas Gomez as the Bishop in The Bishop of Springfield. Sergeant Lloyd Ayers speaking. This program has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.